Welcome back to the morning show. Still sipping my decaf.
Decaffeinated it?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it, Jerry. Just pipe down.
I've been up for hours, man. I've already had like 17 cups of coffee.
Yeah, exactly. I start shaking a little too much. I didn't want to be too fired up because my monotone nature is what makes this show work. So big thanks though to the Grand Lake Chamber of Commerce, one of our key sponsors. Big thanks to those guys. Grand Lake is just a beautiful town. It's the western gateway to the Rocky Mountain National Park. 3 gigantic lakes and endless hiking, biking, scenery, horseback riding, water sports. I mean, it's just awesome. Yeah,
it's the whole
and
gig.
Golf courses we spoke about earlier.
Package deal at Grand Lake.
Speaking of Grand Lake,
wait. Have you been hanging at Grand Lake at all this summer?
I never hang. I'm a pretty organic guy. I don't drive very far or do very much. So I bike out of my door. I biked to the Byers Peak Trail.
We got to get you out of Fraser Valley.
Yeah, I know. I need to get out of
We've been out of the boat a bunch. We should go up and do a little boat tour.
Well,
dinner cruise.
I mean, you want to talk.
We put in, so get this. Here's a cool little thing. So I got a decent little boat. Take the boat up, drop it in at about 3 in the afternoon, have some cocktails, do the cocktail tour.
This is the same boat Tommy Boy had, right? Where you kind of sitting with the.
I know.
No, it's an actual boat. It's an actual boat.
No, I have an app.
Not a dinghy. Huh?
I actually have a really nice boat. But take the boat up, and it's pretty cool because you're like buzz around the lake, drink some cocktails, and then go to dinner somewhere in Grand Lake on the boat. You pull up to the public dock, boom, jump out, and then you get back off. Usually, if you catch it right, you get this awesome sunset when you're taking your boat off.
Just rich.
Right? So you're cruising out, and it's gorgeous.
Another day on the lake,
Firing on the lake.
Well, let's hit it. Grand Lake, you want to talk about,
gotta get you up there.
If you need to sex up your September, we have Grand Lake's U.S. Constitution Week is coming up. It's September 12th.
Only you would think about sexing up Constitution Week.
So September 12th to 17th in 2016.
Can I say damn on the air? I probably shouldn't.
Well, yeah,
I'm going to have 2 bleeps.
Yeah, that's okay.
Bleeped him.
Lake Granby has a large dam at the south end or the west end or east end. I don't know which end it is, but it's...
thanks for covering for me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
So what is this? Milwaukee County Sheriff David Clark is the keynote speaker.
So Constitution. What do you know about the Constitution, Ryan Weier?
Well, I know it's what our founding fathers...
Skipped that class, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I did not take much history, but is my understanding right? Is this David Clark, the guy who's been all over the news? This guy is...
Don't be picking
This guy's a good dude. I'm from Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
I support this guy.
No, he's been all over the news. He's got some controversy, like much of the stuff that's going on. But get this.
In lieu of keeping it positive, he is a strong supporter of our police forces across the country.
Exactly.
He's a very outspoken...
That night in particular is really awesome because they've invited all of the police force from across Colorado to come up and, David Clark's going to give a presentation. That's not the event. So, by the way, that is just one thing. The Constitution Week is actually a bunch of scholars coming together to actually talk about all pieces of the Constitution and where it is and how. Did you know? Here's some did you knows for you. The Constitution that the U.S. has is the oldest and simplest Constitution in the world.
That's wild. With all the history that exists in Europe, especially.
And all the crazy politics of America, it has held and withstand the test of time. And a lot of it was because they wrote in balance of power.
Yeah, like you said,
right?
Simplest. So.
As soon as you remove balance of power, what do you get? A dictatorship or a ruler or whatever. And so they did a good job putting it together. So here's a couple of other facts. Get this, because I did some homework when they were talking about this event. 79 delegates were asked to come and participate in the writing. The writing took 4 years to come to an agreement. The week or 2 that they spent in enclosed chambers, only, I think, 35 delegates actually voted for it out of 55. So 35 delegates voted for what they wrote.
That's crazy.
And so they almost didn't get it approved. And it took many years. Like 55 people signed on it, right? Signature of 55. And it was pretty interesting to read some of this old history because the bickering that went on, we think we're bickering now. The media blowing it up.
Yep.
They were doing the same stuff then, right?
It's been always.
Yelling at each other. But in the end, I think they did kind of walk away and go, hey, fine.
Yeah,
I agree to disagree. Sure. I think that's not so much the case anymore, but Anyway, the Constitution Week is a pretty cool thing. Premier Constitution Week in the country. So,
Is it
do you
really?
know why it's not a holiday? It was as big event as 4th of July by far, but it's not a holiday because everybody was sick and tired of summer by then. And when
Yep.
they finally signed, everybody was tired, and they were like, "No, we're not going to put a holiday on this. We're not even going to celebrate it."
And
so
kids
it's
are back to school, so
well, exactly, right.
we got Labor Day instead.
We got Labor Day
Yeah,
instead.
yeah.
So, but they worked. I think it was like 16 years after we defeated the British to actually put this into play. So pretty interesting.
Fascinating
anyway,
stuff,
Get
so-
this. I know you're bored, Steph, but I think it's pretty cool that these guys have chosen to celebrate it. And the scholars that are coming are. One of them, I forget what the guy's name is, but one of the speakers that's actually coming, he goes in front of the Supreme Court
Where is this?
constantly.
It's in Grand
This
Lake.
guy's
Where in Grand
all
Lake?
over in Grand
just
Lake.
throughout Grand Lake?
Yeah, they'll
Okay.
do some different stuff in the community theater, some at the high school in Granby. So there's some different stuff going on here and there with the event, but it's a pretty cool event.
Jerry's flashing me the sign. We got to take another break.
And they have fireworks.
Turner starts talking.
We can take another
Constitution,
break.
and he gets
I'm
long-winded.
kind of excited about it. I think it's kind of cool.
Well, no, it's very cool.
I know
This
you
is all new
won't be
information.
there, but there's some good people coming to talk. It's not just a bunch of yahoos from Grand Lake talking. They have world-class speakers coming.
So it's usconstitutionweek.org if you want
That's
to check
right.
out more info on the sexiest week in September, is how we know it here in Grand County. We're gonna be
right.
back shortly, and once again, this spot's been brought to you by the Grand Lake Chamber of Commerce.